Guys, today we've got Nike trying to sell more $1,000 Jordan 1s. Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows are now cancelled, and it's time to enter for the final Sneaky Sunday giveaway. Welcome to Sneaky Sundays, which is probably the last episode that we're doing for the year. We got a lot to get into, so of course, like always, let's start off with a little release recap, which is actually a big release recap, because it was the frickin' Travis Scott Jordan 1 low velvet brown. Another Travis drop, another L. Still 049 at this point. I think this is number 9. They did a huge rollout for this pair of shoes. They literally dropped like a damn movie as like the promo for this thing, which was really actually really good. We had Dennis Rodman show up as like I guess Willy Wonka. It was crazy. It was pretty cool. So they did a really cool job with this, but at the end of the day, who cares about the trailer if you can't get the damn shoes? Now, to put this in perspective, we do have a little breakdown, like we do every single Travis Scott release, of the stock numbers for not only this pair but all the previous ones, and as you can see, they were kind of in the middle, so a lot closer to the Phantom Blacks at 120,000 pairs for these velvet browns. Phantom Blacks had 100,000. Medium olives were the highest stocked at 180k. We had 150 for the canary yellows. The rest of them were all pretty damn limited. Either way, with all that being said, you gotta let me know down in the comment section if you were one of the very lucky few who actually managed to get a pair for retail. All right, let's get into this upcoming stuff. We've still got a few sneaker drops left for the rest of the year before we close out 2024. First one being the Wizard of Oz Nike SB Dunk Low. So these are going to actually be dropping before Christmas on the 23rd of December. I don't know how people are feeling about this pair of shoes. I haven't seen too much hype going around, but at least for a pair of SBs, I mean, they did a great job at making these things pretty out there. They got like special paper, special packaging, and just a crazy freaking pair of shoes. You got custom insoles, which I believe is like you get an extra pair in the box as well. And of course, like we've shown off in previous episodes, this entire upper removes, or there's like a removable layer, which is like this print, and underneath is just solid red leather. Either way, let me know if you're going to be going for these or not. On Christmas Day, though, we've got an interesting Nike Vapor Edge Kobe 6 Grinch pack. This is a special edition pair of cleats. Now, they just dropped the like original Grinch in the cleat form recently. However, this time they're doing a little bit of a mismatched type thing with this pair of shoes, which I think is pretty cool. So you're not only getting the original Grinches, but you're also getting the reverse pair, which is this red one over here. And this is what they look like. Again, gonna be super limited, gonna be pretty hard to get, I imagine. But if you're someone who would use a pair of cleats, this is definitely a very, very cool pair. I believe these are dropping Christmas Day, December 25th, as I think it was Vanessa Bryant who leaked this. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, Christmas Day is when you could try grab these, although who the hell wants to be trying to buy shoes on Christmas Day? And then what I believe is the last Nike drop for 2024 is the Air Max Thunder Kids of Immigrants collaboration. This is, I believe, the second colorway. So the Sunrise pair, we had the Sundown, I think the all over purple one. But this one switches it up for like this orange gradient, which I do think is pretty nice. Overall, I think this is a solid pair of shoes. However, I think it's a little bit overhyped. People are calling this like sneaker of the year and like it's one of the best, but to me, not really. And especially at 190 bucks for a pair of Sunders, that's a tough ask. Either way, let me know what you think of these, and are you going to be going for them? We just got official images of Ma Manier's next Nike collaboration. It's on another pair of Air Force Ones, and to me, this one's just a little bit underwhelming. So this is what they look like over here, just solid black. I mean, it looks pretty much identical to the tan pair that we just got, or the light pinkish ones, whatever the hell we're calling that colorway, except now it's just all over black. Like, you're getting all of the same details, the same kind of, you know, luxury finish with the leather and the sock liner. But I mean, yeah, it's just solid black, which there's not that much to talk about here. You're getting the Ma Maniere branding, and that's about it. The double Nike swoosh, which I guess is pretty cool. It kind of highlights that. But overall, not too much going on here. This is a spring 2025 release. James Harden just revealed his Volume 9 signature sneaker with Adidas. Some of the upcoming colorways are looking pretty solid. So we've got this one, which I think is my favorite. It's like this, I don't know, silver, goldish, metallic color. This, I believe, is like the main one he's been playing in. But then we also got a sneak peek of some other colorways which are coming. This light blue one looking very nice. The black and the red is solid. Green, not too bad. All over white, this is my favorite. And then the blue one up top, which looks crazy. It looks like it has some kind of snakeskin print on it. Either way, this is only a spring 2025 drop as well. So you've got plenty of time to pick which one's your favorite and try and grab them. Sticking with Adidas, we just got a first look at the unheard of Adidas Adidas Adistar Cushion 3 Piggy Runner is what they're calling it. So this is them over here on foot. Really like the model, which is the Adistar Cushion 3. Super comfy. They've been doing a decent amount of collaborations on this, and I don't really mind this pair of shoes at all. Like, I mean, pink wouldn't be my first choice, but the way that they kind of placed it on here, where it's not like super pink, and it's obviously got like the mesh base material, which is just like some kind of white material, I think doesn't look too bad. Kind of reminds me of something like Joe Fresh Goods would do with New Balance or something like that. Overall, not bad at all. There's some interesting details around the back just to involve Unheard Of's logo, which is pretty cool. Either way, this is also a spring 2025 release. We just got our first looks at the Lamelo Ball PUMA MB.05. It's literally one image, so we're not going to spend too much time. This is also spring 2025, but we got a bunch of colorways to go over here. We got pink, red, purple, some kind of, you know, looks like a freaking Verdi collab over here, another slightly pink one, yellow, and then orange. This is a wild looking pair of shoes. So much going on, so extra, but I guess that's what you would kind of expect from this collaboration. Speaking of first looks though, we just got them for the Jordan 8 Aquas, which are going to be dropping next year. Take a look at this. This is the only shot that we have, or this one over here is a little bit easier to see. I don't know why they make their images so big. God damn. Either way, they're looking pretty true to the OG in my opinion. I guess yeah, it's just not much else going on. Kind of hard to see the tongue tag, but I mean, from like the side profile, it looks pretty OG. I mean, it's supposed to be a reproduction of the 1993 pair, so like as close to the OGs as possible, which is I think what's going on here. It's hard to tell like from these shots, but it looks OG to me. Either way, only shots we have, the first looks that we have, so we're not going to spend too much time, but let me know if you're excited for the Aqua 8 return, and if you are, the release date is going to be May the 31st as of right now. That could potentially change, but if we get any more updates, I'll let you know. We just got official images of Nike's new Air Max flagship sneaker for 2025, the Air Max DN8, and they're dropping a Panda colorway. Who could have seen this one coming? I mean, hey, Pandas on everything for 2025. This one's not bad because I do like the gradient effect here, and I do also like how the black and the white kind of contrast to show the different elements going on with this pair of shoes. Some of the other monochromatic colorways that we've seen are a little bit underwhelming. I mean, this shoe in general is not shaping up to be my favorite at all because of the retail price. I think it's a little bit obnoxious to ask $190 for this pair of shoes. Just based off of these images, it looks like a $140 pair. Most. But hey, I guess you're getting 8 individual Air Max units, which I'm sure they're going to spin some kind of insane, you know, this is the next generation, the most innovation that we've ever put in a pair of sneakers, all of that stuff. I'm sure they'll do that. But we'll see when we actually get these things on feet and see what they're all about. Either way, I'm sure these are going to be dropping next year around March, which is Air Max Day. That's when they're launching this silhouette, and I'm sure all of these other colorways are going to follow. This one's really interesting and also really confusing because I believe this was cancelled or it wasn't supposed to release, but now we've got images of it. The Jordan 1 High 85 Royal colorway. So first off, we just got Royals in 2023, but now this is obviously an 85 version, and this is some early images from Chase B. I'm pretty sure that's Travis Scott's DJ. Don't quote me on that, but or producer. Either way, he shows off some images of this pair of shoes, and you can see it comes tagged just like any other 85. Normally, this is how we get a lot of the first looks of upcoming sneakers. But the thing that's just kind of throwing me off of this pair of shoes is the fact that we're getting so many 85s next year. Normally we get like max 1, maybe 2 85 Jordan 1s each year. It's very, very rare that we actually get them. But next year we're obviously getting the breads. That's been confirmed. We're supposed to be getting the reverse shadows or the shadow 85s. There was a couple lows that were also supposed to drop, which I think are still going to plan. So now another one, which is also another OG Jordan 1 High. That's a little bit confusing. I think an actual release date is still TBA, so nothing's confirmed, but the fact that he has them in hand, this is gotta be dropping next year. House of Heat is saying that these are gonna drop as early as spring 2025, which would make it like very, very close to the bread release. Either way, let me know what you think about this. Would you prefer the Royals or the breads or some of the other shadows and all of that 85? Like, which one would you go for? This one's pretty cool. This is our first looks at the Nike SB Dunk Low Tourmaline, which is looking pretty wild. From my understanding, this is not a collaboration. This is just like a regular pair that Nike decided to just go ham on. And yes, you can see that they've added a ton of crazy details on here. Not only is the colorway super wild with like this faded lime green color, but you've got like orange piping all over. You got rope style laces with some yellow coloring on the insole and the sock liner. Orange heel tab, which is pretty crazy. Over here you can see the embroidery, which looks pretty sick, and then the Nike swoosh over here looks like it's got some kind of pink or red outsole, which is also pretty crazy. Either way, this looks like a very done up pair of Nike SBs that are supposed to drop relatively soon. I imagine 2025 at some point, although we have no confirmed release date as of right now. Right, this one I believe is actually dropping tomorrow. We've got another Hidden NY ASICS collaboration on the way, and this is a pixelated image of what it could look like because we have no idea as of right now. I think what you can tell from this is that it's going to have some kind of like deep blue teal color, but that's about it. So the way that this is going down is Hidden NY is doing a few different drops every single day. Started on the 20th of December. The next one is on the 22nd, which is today. And then the final one is going to be the ASICS collaboration on the 23rd, which is obviously tomorrow. So if you are interested in whatever this thing looks like, then check out Hidden NY. This is their latest ASICS collaboration, which to be honest, the last two ones have been extremely solid. So I imagine this one is also pretty dope as well. Expensive Nikes. Let's talk about it. First up, you remember those Ja 2s that we took a look at, I think about a week ago, where they have the Swarovski crystal collaboration? Well, those are going to be $550 and be limited to 1,999 pairs. I don't know why they didn't just round it up to 2K. Either way, we've got much better looks at these things. Like the original early images were pretty terrible, but this is the pair of shoes, and pretty much what you're paying for here is like $300-400 worth of freaking Swarovski crystals, because the actual retail of this pair of shoes cannot be anywhere near $550. Either way, yeah, you will have to pay $550 if you do want this pair of sneakers, and I imagine they fly off of shelves, very hard to get. I really like them. I think they look cool. I love that they didn't go crazy with it. You could see the numbering around the back where it's like 1999, and then this is the number 12 at the bottom, which is pretty cool. A lot of dope details. I like these things a lot, but yeah, $550 is just too much for me. Would never pay that much for this pair of shoes. Let me know if you would. As far as the release date, these are going to be dropping Valentine's Day 2025, February the 14th. But as you guys do know from a previous episode, we spoke about how Jordan Brand was going to be doing another collaboration with Swarovski Crystal, and guess what? It's going to retail for a freaking grand. I knew it. I knew when they dropped that $1,000 wings pack or whatever, I knew that they were just going to be like, you know, let's see how much these people will pay for a pair of shoes. So they've pulled out a couple different ways. First one was the wings pack, which was like made in Italy, all of that crazy stuff. But this time they're just going Swarovski crystals. They're dropping it holiday 2025. This is the Vast Gray colorway, slapping some crystals on the Nike swoosh and then charging you a grand. I mean, I think we're all a little bit desensitized to sneaker prices at this point just because of the resale market. Like seeing Travis Scott's going for 2K is like, yeah, you know, we're kind of used to that. But this is a $1,000 pair of Jordans. Like, to me, that's crazy. Maybe they're really, really nice. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they're nice enough for some people that they would actually spend a grand on them. Let me know if you would. Either way, as of right now, no actual images of these things and no actual release date, just holiday 2025. Also dropping holiday 2025 is a SoleFly Jordan 3 collaboration. Again, this is just a very early leak. We don't have any images or anything like that, but judging how good the 12s were that SoleFly just did, I believe this month, I'm expecting some pretty high things for this pair of 3s. I can't wait to see what these things actually look like. I think they did some kind of friends and family pair of 3s back in the day. Vibrant orange, yellow, dark green was kind of the color, so maybe they do something similar with this one, but as of right now, we're not entirely sure. If we get any more updates, I will let you guys know. We just got some better images of the upcoming Jordan 4 Seafoam, and they're looking pretty nice in my opinion. So here we go. This is what they look like, pretty much monochromatic. I just imagine that these are going to be one of those that don't sell out in my opinion, just because of how crazy 2024 is going to be, but it's not a bad colorway. I really do like the Seafoam color on different Jordans that they've done in the past. Like, I think they did another pair of 4s and then they did a pair of Jordan 1s, all with that like Seafoam color, which I really liked, and these are not bad. As far as a release, these should be dropping at some point March 2025. We just got some better looks at the upcoming Supreme Nike SB Dunk Low Pack collection, whatever we're calling it, which is going to be dropping next year. Now, I believe this is an early 2025 type release, and here they are. I am really liking this blue pair now that I'm seeing it in its totality. this might be my favorite. Not a fan of the white pair, just too plain in my opinion. And then obviously we've seen other pictures of different colorways, but I think this is the one for me. This black and blue is pretty nice. Then we got the purple one, which again, not bad. That looks like some kind of suede on the upper. And then we've got the yellow and black one. 6 different colorways. Some of them are probably going to be like super limited or friends and family. We're going to have to wait and see how that goes down, but all of these are supposed to drop early next year. Let me know which colorway is your favorite. Right, before we get into this Travis Scott news, let's do this giveaway. The final Sneaky Sunday giveaway of 2024. If you guys didn't know, we're giving away a pair of shoes every single week until the lead up of Christmas, and this is the final one. This is what we're going to be doing for this week's giveaway. It's a pair of brand new Zellerfeld 3D printed Beluga slides, the Yeezy 2.0s. It's a size that didn't fit me. I think this is like a size 9, maybe 10. Thought this would be a perfect one to give away because it's something that you can't really buy unless you wanted to wait like 6 to 10 months to actually get them in hand. And it's a technology that you really just have to experience yourself. And I'd love for someone to actually experience this crazy tech in there. Fully 3D printed. I'll even throw in a pair of Zellerfeld socks in there for you. Enter up if you do want to try this pair of shoes out for free. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down in the comment section, and we'll pick a winner on Wednesday. Once again, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support on the Sneaky Sunday episodes and just the channel in general. It's been absolutely crazy this year. 2024 has been so amazing, and I have you guys to thank. So these little giveaways that we're doing every single week is hopefully just a small little thank you to you guys. We've given away Black Cement 3s, a mystery box, those custom Nikes, and now a pair of 3D printed shoes. Huge thank you guys for 2024, but let's continue. Right, a few little bits of Travis Scott news. First one is going to be the first Travis Scott sneaker dropping next year. We've actually got a release date. This is the light chocolate Travis Scott Zoom Field Jacks. This one over here. Saw these things at I saw these things at Complex Con, and they're pretty nice. Not my favorite, but they're pretty nice. It's if you are gonna try this sneaker model out, the Spirit On model that Travis Scott is doing, this is definitely the colorway to try out. This one, or like the Leche blue one, is like 2 of my favorites. January 17th for $170 if you are going to be after these, and I'll show you some more images of them. It's not a bad pair. Like, I think they really did a good job with the colors on here, but as far as the model, it's personally not my favorite. I'm very interested to see how these sneakers do in 2025, because apparently the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low collaboration is now coming to an end. I know what a lot of you guys are gonna say, and the first thing I thought was like, bro, we already heard this. They said that they were gonna stop doing Jordan 1s like a year ago or like earlier this year, and it didn't happen. They dropped a bunch more after that. But from what I can tell, it just seems like they are closing up shop now. I am gonna come out and say I do believe that this is going to be the final one, the fragment pair that's dropping late next year. But this is Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott number 10. That's right, this is the 10th one that they've done, and I feel like they really built it up in 2024, where they dropped, you know, a few new colorways, but then also introduced his 2 new sneaker silhouettes with the Jumpman Jack and the Nike pair, and I think he's just gonna go all in on those and leave the ones in the past. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the move here. If they continue to drop Jordan 1s, I think they'll continue to sell out. It'll still be popular, but I feel like that, you know, that specialness of this whole collaboration would kind of die down a little bit. I mean, even 10 is a pretty ridiculous amount. So hopefully he does explore some different Jordan models. But as of right now, I think it's pretty safe to say Jordan 1s are done. Now, you could disagree, and if you do, let me know down in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. Speaking of Jordan 1, someone who is not done, Nigel Sylvester. So we got a little update. We spoke about this, I believe, on Wednesday or something like that. But Nigel Sylvester is getting a Jordan 1 Low next year. It's called the Nitro colorway, and apparently it's not like those first mock-ups, which kind of showed it as like a sail and black colorway. Apparently it's going to look pretty much identical to the highs that he did, just in a low-cut version. I mean, this makes a lot of sense because it still fits the color code, where it's like black and muslin and varsity red, but in my opinion it's just not as good. I kind of liked the sectioned out different paneling on here all over black. I mean, it does resemble the highs, which obviously a lot of people absolutely love. This was, I believe, Friends and Family. So this is what we're going to be getting in 2025. This should be exactly what it looks like. This one's absolutely crazy. So we just got some very I guess early looks at an upcoming Nike running shoe, which looks bizarre. So this is what a lot of people are saying is the Alpha Fly 4, so the fourth version of like their max cushioned, you know, marathon elite sneaker. But look at the freaking foam stack on these things. Surely this is not in like the legal range of 40 millimeters. That is insanely thick. Maybe this is some kind of prototype. Obviously it has like no Nike branding because they want to keep that under wraps. Like kind of like when they're prototyping cars and they put a wrap on it. This, they just don't put any branding on it. This shoe looks insane. It looks so large. That stack of foam is wild. Either way, this is supposed to be the new flagship Nike running shoe. No exact release date on this, just probably at some point early-ish 2025. All right, this one, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on because this is weird as shit. So this week, this photo popped up online. If you didn't know, this is Luigi Mangione. I'm not gonna get into the whole freaking thing about that. I'm sure you guys know. But the thing that stood out to me, and I'm sure a lot of other sneakerheads, is the pair of shoes that this NYPD officer was wearing. A pair of off-white 5s. Now, the internet made a huge deal about this, not only because this picture was viral in and of itself for obviously Luigi Mangione, but even the sneakerhead community, it kind of went viral because of this guy wearing freaking Jordan 5s as a police officer. Like, you can see everybody else is wearing normal like work shoes, but this guy just shows out in a pair of off-white 5s specifically. You might be thinking like, where are you going with this? Why? What the hell is the you know, the point of even talking about this? Well, it's because there's something weird going on with this pair of shoes. It's probably coincidence, but to me, when I saw this, I was like, what is their deal with this pair of off-white 5s? Because I recently watched the new Venom movie and they made a big deal about this same pair of sneakers in that movie. If you haven't seen the latest Venom movie, then you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Essentially, and I can't find any like videos of this, they had this weird scene where one of the characters had a pair of Jordan 5 off-whites and the camera like zooms in for this shot to like perfectly showcase this pair of shoes. She takes them off of her foot, and later on in the movie it becomes like this plot where like Venom gets the pair of shoes. Like, you can see this here, this is them, they get like this whole scene, and I was like, what is this, like Jordan Brand paying for product placement or something like that? It just seemed like a really forced type of shot for them to place in this movie, which it didn't have that much storyline to it. And I don't know why it's the Jordan 5 off-whites either. Like, what is going on here? So it seemed like just this weird promo or like advertisement in the movie, and now we're seeing it on this guy's feet. Maybe I'm just making wild connections here, but I just thought it was really weird, really interesting, and I just thought, hey, I'd mention it because I got a little bit weirded out by that, because I don't know, are they trying to promo this? Maybe it's something to do with like next year Jordan Brand is trying to revive the off-white collaborations. They just want more people getting used to seeing this and like searching it up, and all of these sneaker blogs posting about it. So it's just a little bit weird. A little bit weird. I'm just gonna say that. It probably has nothing to do with each other, and it's probably just a coincidence, but at the same time, what the hell's going on with Jordan Brand and Off-White? Either way, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel over this year. Hope you guys have a great Christmas, great holiday season, and don't forget to enter for the giveaway. And if you want to catch another video, you know what to do. Click that one right over there. It's a banger.